Never be Reggie's, for he was a lonely glower, and she was a Benson and Hedges. That last bit's the chorus. He asked did she come here often, asked if she fancied a drink, she might like a light ale. No reply, not a nod, not a wink. She was just a red glow in the gutter, smouldering, sultry, aloof. Not one single word did she utter, and Reg never guessed at the truth. Rhymes. His heart was aflame with desire, but her fire was a pyre. It was Reggie's, for he was a lonely glower, and she was a Benson and Hedges. It's really sad this, I'm the only one who needs a book. He desperately wanted to know her, there in the big city night. But there, like a moth to the flame, Reg was drawn to the light. She was just a red glow in the gutter, a beacon of love in the mist. She lay where some smoker had put her, and Reg could no longer resist. He burned more than his fingers that evening. Now he carries a torch with scorched edges, for he was a lonely glower, and she was a Benson and Hedges. He fell like a fool for a fag end. Passion can have strange effects, and his contact lenses were missing and a tortoise had trod on his specs. She was just a red glow in the gutter, unmoved by wit, wisdom or wealth, set a firefly on fire and a flutter, and seriously damaged his health. All she left was a small pile of charcoal. Remember those embers of Reggie's, for he was a lonely glower, and she was a Benson and Hedges. I had a request for this next one. Somebody wanted me to do it in Cleethorpes 3 weeks ago. I was in Shrewsbury at the time. From far beneath the earth, deep, deep in the clay, you might sometimes hear a deep rumble, a voice on the ground that says, hey. The old ones understand. They hear the earth speak and they know that sometimes the earth says, I. And sometimes the earth says, oh. A Pacific volcano erupts, lava flows red to the seas, and rock and ash and earth fly through the air with the greatest of ease. It's the vowels of the earth. In places they spread far and wide. Maui, Hawaii, Oahu. Of come to the surface and dried. In times of prolonged drought, the length of a word may grow shorter. When it hasn't rained in Yorkshire for 6 weeks, there's no effing water. Two T's, an L, an N and an S we years ago wasted away. The lost consonants of Atlantis. Or Aai as we know it today. The earth is a teacher. We may listen and learn if we choose. The very first sound in the world was the sound of primordial. The earth teaches as well. Another new concept is born as from the four corners of the globe comes the idea that a globe has corners. You're not taking me seriously. I have been to the ends of the earth. I've gone where the wise never go. I've peered through the haze at the sea. Or as the French know it, oh. Blessed are the peacemakers. Much as I'd like to say yes, I've got nowhere to put it, so I cannot accept your largesse. I was really pleased with that. I'm a beekeeper. Begone, OS, you are unbecoming. Oh yes, I'm the great bee tender. It can't be a bee, it's not humming. Are these vowels, you might ask? These are not. Is what I will tell. And should you reply, oh idea, I will tell you, RDL. The vowels of the earth lie beneath us. If you listen, you'll hear them below. The land that belonged to some farmer. E, I, E, I. Like another chorus. I've bought a computer. It cost £1,000. Every time I switch it on, it keeps on falling down. I used to think it was my friend, but now it drives me round the bend. You'd be surprised the time I spend reinstalling Windows. I did this one in Seattle last year. It went really quiet for half an hour. It was worth it. I switch it on. What is this? Something wrong with config sys. This isn't my idea of bliss. Reinstalling Windows. I want to share my printers and I want to share my files. I want to share my anger because it drives me blooming wild. My songs, they say, can be sublime. I've conquered cadence, mastered rhyme. But nowadays I spend my time reinstalling Windows. Reinstall, oh what fun. It says it helps you get things done. Every day now, everyone's reinstalling Windows. Watch the screen, it will say, all you do is plug and play. How do I spend every day? It can't find my printer and it can't locate my mouse. The other day it told me they're in another house. Still unplugged, still unplayed, I emailed God in search of aid. He's far too busy, I'm afraid. Up at dawn for one more try. Does it work? Can pigs fly? How do I expect to die? I used to like a drink or three. No time now, don't call for me. I'm going to spend eternity. Deja vu. A rhyme. It is impossible to experience deja vu for the first time. I reckon the first time deja vu happens is the second. It gets better. Deja vu. A rhyme. It is impossible to experience deja vu for the first time. I reckon the first time deja vu happens is the second. It gets better. I started with verse 2. Verse 1 must stay unlistened because the first time you say deja vu, it isn't. But then, as you get a little more immersed, you can't experience deja vu twice because you didn't experience it first. To recap, deja vu, a rhyme. I know what you're thinking. This is not the first time. 3 times and still it isn't true. How do you qualify? What do you have to do? How do you climb this mountain? Or you may think it's just a hillock. You may think this man is a philosopher. Altogether, you may think this man is a... I've been called a pillock before. Strange but true. When I hear the word pillock, to me, it is a rhyme. It is impossible to experience deja vu for the first time. I reckon the first time deja vu happens is the second. Then again, this is interesting. There are those who say deja vu is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Then they say it again. And at the risk of being a bore, if you go back to the first time deja vu happened, you'll think that's happened before. We should explore the supernatural, put knowledge in place of mere feeling. Edinburgh University has a chair for the paranormal. They can't get it down off the ceiling. Too many gaps in our understanding. Is time travel a thing of the past? What was the best thing before sliced bread? How long does this poem last? Are Blackpool hallucinations real? But to return, as to an old friend, deja vu. The end. When I do that one in America, I have to explain to them what a pillock is. You think they know by now? On a cold, rainy night on the Liverpool quayside, in the years before the Great War, the world was in shock at the loss of Titanic. So proud had they been days before. Relatives gathered for news of their loved ones, to read through the list of the dead. When into the throng came a sad-eyed old polar bear, and to the clerk at the counter, he said, "Have you got any news of the iceberg?" My family were on it, you say. Have you got any news of the iceberg? They mean the whole world to me. My wife and my children were coming from Greenland to be by my side in the zoo. Belinda's my wife, and the eldest called Bernard, and Billy, well, he's only 2. I know on the ship there were hundreds of people, and I know the iceberg's not yours. The polar bear's eyes held the start of his teardrops, and he covered his face with his paws. Have you got any news of the iceberg? My family were on it, you see. Have you got any news of the iceberg? They mean the whole world to me. It's been over a year since I last saw my children. I left home to build my career. I've worked very hard, I'm a star in the circus. It's all been for nothing, I fear. That's my face on the poster. We're in town this week. My children were meeting me here. Everyone watched as he struggled to speak, and his paw brushed away one more tear. It's not real, I'm making it. Have you got any news of the iceberg? My family were on it, you see. Have you got any news of the iceberg? They mean the whole world to me. By now all the people are gathered beside him, His grief was one they could share. The people around him in silence and sadness listened to the sad polar bear. I wanted my children to see me performing, and Belinda, she would have been proud. At last, lost for words and his tears flowing freely, the question was asked by the crowd. Have you got